Hello. Hi. Nurturing by Nature. We've started a live video and we are going to do it on Facebook and on and you can see it later on YouTube.
Yeah.
Probably, if you can work out how to do it on your computer.
Yeah, probably not. It'll
I'll
be
do
on
it.
there somewhere.
I'll do it.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So after last week's bumbling success, it was a bit, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It was a bit of a
We've
bumbling.
come back for more pain.
Yeah. Not for us.
No, for you. I mean, you don't have to watch, do you? So, we've got a sentence that you guys need to complete for us whilst we're doing this, if you don't mind. And it is the whole Ifeedraw. So we adopted Ifeedraw early on, years ago, and we want to know, why Ifeedraw? Why? You can read it that way. Why Ifeedraw? Ifeedraw because. So, yeah. Why do you feed raw?
So I think the sentence that we've used tends to go along the lines of I feed raw because.
I feed raw because the dog's poos are smaller. I feed raw because the dog's poos don't smell as much. It's not all about poo. There's a lot more to it than poo.
Our kids would love that.
I know.
It's
yeah.
constantly telling them not to talk about poo.
I will not tell you what happened at Monkey World last week with Grandma and Papa and a monkey and poo. It's not worth it. Okay, right.
Can't finish the story there.
Oh no, well people want to know, I'm sure they'll ask.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, so here we are. So we will go over the normal, so we've got Funtime Friday. Don't forget, Funtime Friday is on Facebook and on our Instagram pages. We do it every Friday. Last week you could win a Kong toy, and the recipients were very happy with those. And this week we've gone back to the lovely treat box that we've got. So great, yeah. That's what you can win. So you need to comment and share or whatever the instructions say.
Just play the game.
Yeah, just go on there, put your bits and pieces on, and then at least more people, and you could potentially win a nice
Start the
treat
bank
box.
holiday weekend with a win. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? The weather's great.
Yeah.
And just for a like and a share, there is the opportunity to win a goodie box for you really. I think one of the conversations that we had this week in the office was that we all like to treat our pets.
Yeah.
So having seen what some of the dogs eat on out on dog walks, then spending lots of fancy money on fancy pet treats sometimes goes out the window, isn't it, when they roll in fox poo or come in with a dead rat or a dead mouse, as Fudge has done in the past. So yeah, lovely natural treat box. It's full of goodness. Lots of the treats in there are enriching in many different ways.
Yeah.
Tripe sticks are great for cleaning teeth, and so the pig noses as well, apparently.
Yeah, Leanne's dog had a bit of plaque on her teeth, so when she came to us she wasn't feeding raw, and she gives one of the pig noses once a week, and that really helps to clean the teeth. Yep. So we've got a couple on here. I feed raw because it's always been the best for my dogs. Yep, I concur. It is the best. When you know better, you do better. I feed raw because of so many reasons. Poo, healthy weight, shiny coat, to name a few. Yeah, absolutely.
Russell's just joined us as well. Hi, Russell. Hi, Lewis.
So what we've got, last week we told you about price reductions because we were able to do some free range negotiations. So this week we have done our beef product. So we always separate our production times by either, so you don't mix species. So our beef production we did this week. We have got free range chicken and beef, free range chicken and ox heart, free range chicken and ox liver, free range chicken and beef offal, and free range chicken and ox kidney. Those have all been reduced in price, and the free range is amazing quality. You've got from the chicken and beef with $2.99, it was to $2.39. You're saving there. Chicken and ox heart $2.99 to £2.09. And we've got chicken and ox liver $2.69 down to $1.99. free range chicken and beef offal, $2.49 down to $1.99, and free range chicken and ox kidney, $2.49 and $1.99, and those are all live on our website.
And I think that the bit that I just want to jump in there is that these are price reductions, not because we're reducing the quality of the product, but we have spoken to our supplier, we have negotiated with him a reduction in our purchasing price, and what we're doing, and this is our choice, is that we are choosing to pass this saving on to you, our community, because we're all we do feel that we're all together in the
Everyone's feeling the pinch.
everyone is feeling the pinch. So we know our energy bills has gone up internally within the business, doesn't it? But
yeah.
rather than put the prices up, we have been able to negotiate with our suppliers some savings, and we are going to pass that back. So,
Cool.
and thank you for hey Simon, thank you. That's great to hear that Socks is loving his Nurturing by Nature treat box.
Yeah, he's on our Instagram page, Socks, so if you find his picture you can see how much he's grown in such a short time. And I can see that Jessie, can't wait for Jessie's order to come in as well. Now, Jessie asked us a question about pig noses. We did ask yesterday about ask us some questions, so we had a few through, and wants to know if we've got different types of pig noses. We have got the puffed ones. We've looked into it. A lot of people have said they're bleached and they're a problem. It's not. They're not a problem. We've looked into them. Nettie's looked into it, so you know she does her research, and it's just that they are dried and puffed up, and because they're white because that's an area where there's no blood left. There's no blood flow left. So once it would be the same if you had if you bought a piece of pork rind.
It's the same in the cold where your
Yeah.
hands get cold. They go white in colour, don't they?
Yeah, and we have had the other ones in the past, just the dried ones, and to be honest, we had to move them out of the shop because of the smell. So, you know, it's not a never. We could get them potentially, but they're the ones we've got. And the other question we had. Oh, don't forget your Ifeedraws, guys.
Yeah, I had the question on the phones this week was how do my dog needs to lose some weight, and how do I go about losing some weight? So it's really simple, really, as far as we're concerned. The first place to start, like with us humans, is that we're probably eating too much, or we're not exercising enough, or there could be if you go further down the chain, there could also be some health issues underlying. But the basic place to start is how much food are you feeding your animal. And in this particular occasion, the customer is feeding a kilo of food a day, which is not a lot, but it was a large breed dog. And when we worked it out, the ideal was around about 500 to 750 grams of food a day.
How old was that dog? Was it because it was a younger dog?
16 months old.
Okay, yeah.
So we've been feeding for growth during the younger years, and as it becomes adolescent, then your metabolism starts to slow down.
Yeah.
And it's at that point, which is, we see it quite regularly, commonly
yeah, it's
actually.
a common question. A lot of people will come into the shop and say, "Oh, my dog's just gone off its food." I'm like, okay. The first question is, how old is your dog? And it's usually, depending on the breed, a year old or slightly younger or slightly older, and it's just generally down to the fact they just don't need as much food anymore, so you just need to cut down what they're having.
But not overnight, not go from a kilo down to 100 grams of food a day. So I think this was the conversation that we then picked up after we put the phone down to this customer, and then spoke through in the office with the teams that were in the office. Was a bit like us. You don't want to go from a full plate of dinner to half a plate of dinner because you think you're feeling robbed, aren't you? So the way to do it is to start cutting down gradually over a period of time. So that, and there's different ways as well that you can do that. So if you were starting with a kilo, you could then bring it down to say 900 grams within the first week, and then start to bring it down again gradually from there until you get to the actual target.
It's another way. You can also reduce the amount that they're feeding by creating a different feeding environment. So you could be putting that into a Kong or into a licky mat or a slow feeder, so that your dog is still getting the time to eat the food, but then they are getting less and they have to work harder for it, which is actually a really good idea anyway. Not for every meal potentially, it's not always practical, but I would have a look, because there's a lot of good enrichment products out there now. There's a lot of lovely, if you have a look, if you're into that, lots of lovely bowls on Instagram for inspiration. But yes, you don't have to, it doesn't even have to be that complicated. You could just put their treats into some paper bags that you get your shopping delivered in, and then spread them around the garden and the house, and they have to look for their food, so it gives them more out of it. Naturally, a dog wouldn't necessarily just have a plate of food handed over to them. I know that they're living in our environments now, but they would have to work for some food. So it's good to try and apply that every now and then if you've got time.
And that process of, for example, like lamb ribs are a great product. That's a product that they would have to put their paw on. They would have to use their neck muscles all the way and their shoulder muscles to rip and tear the meat from the bones, and then using the back teeth to crunch on the bones. And all of that process, it just keeps stimulating the release of natural endorphins within their bodies, which is all really good for their health, overall health. Yeah. So yeah, lots of different ways to do it, and I think the message that we'll continuously keep saying is that we are here.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is not a question that is too silly. There is not a question that hasn't really been thought about or been considered. And if there is one, we will go away and find the experts within the fields to go and to get the answers that you need. So don't think that any question is too silly to ask.
No, that's it. Okay. Those were the two, well, they're not the two, there was plenty of questions, quite frankly, but that was one of them. And
they're the two that we wrote down.
Yeah, and then we've got a question on the website. So what happens if you are ordering online and you use the reorder button and the product's not there?
Good question. What does happen?
Nothing. That product will not get added to your basket because it won't be available.
And why is that?
Because we rotate our products and encourage you, if you can, to feed a variety over time, and that's also down to the fact that we don't produce all the products every week.
So that's a bit unusual, isn't it, as from a business,
from a retailer point of view. If you go into Tesco's and they haven't got that particular squash, you go and find it somewhere else, and then you might end up shopping elsewhere. Yeah.
But so the original question is, what happens if you press the reorder button and the product isn't there? The product won't be there because it's out of stock.
Yep.
There'll be a notify me button that you can press on that product, and that will automatically message you when that product comes back into stock.
Yep.
So that's that kind of thing. But I think the exciting bit of that, I think the information that we need to portray is why we do what we do. So why do we run out of some of the products that we know our customers love?
Because you need to feed a variety. A lot of people are brilliant at it, but we still get people saying, "Oh, it just eats chicken," but you can feed chicken. It's a completely appropriate meat. We do a lot of chicken. Obviously, we endeavour that chicken is a good food. It's a really appropriate meal for your dog. But you need to vary it by adding in different proteins, vitamins and minerals. So if you can't feed different proteins, then you need to add in a supplement to do that. So the whole idea of the fact that we do end up running out, we don't freak out because we haven't got something. We will choose an alternative source, choose an alternative product to feed instead.
And the way that your mum explains the diet today and has always explained the diet is that use chicken as a base.
Yeah.
And when we talk about a base, we need to get a certain amount of energy and food into our pets. If we were to feed beef, if we were to feed venison, and if we were to feed protein sources like duck, they're really expensive, really expensive. So that doesn't make for a viable, long-term, sustainable diet. No,
we have everything available. We do have those products. but they do tend to be slow burners because of the price, and we can't, you know, we can't cut the costs when we get it. We have to pass it on. But
And in this country, chicken is the most popular meat of choice
yes, that's what we eat
for
in
us,
this country.
for us, the humans, and the most economical way forward for a sustainable raw pet food diet, our raw diet anyway,
Mhm.
is to create a base around a low cost item, and then add in the different protein sources and nutrient levels by varying the diet around that over anything towards a 10 to 14 day period.
And you can feed the same protein a few days in a row. You don't have to worry. So say you went to the supermarket and they happen to have a load of turkey mince, because that's something we don't eat quite so much of in
Very
this country.
festive. Yeah.
Turkey mince. And they're on offer. It's a bargain. Then get it. You know,
Yeah.
put it in your freezers and save it for another day, or take it home. And if you've got a lot of it, you can use that for a couple of days. It's not a problem, as long as you vary it over time. It doesn't have to be every day. Yeah.
But-
So talking about variety, we've got our version 18 box, which has just been launched. So I'll just talk you through what's in that.
Yeah, go for it.
So version 18 is 6 of our standard plain chicken, 6 free range chicken with chicken liver. Offal, obviously important for everybody to feed their pets. That gives them the extra vitamins and minerals that they need, but it's only in a small percentage, so we only put 5% of offal in those products because we know how it can affect the other end. Then we've got 6 of free range chicken and turkey, so that gives you 24 packets, and the price is $56.76. But we've done the version 18 box for you at $34.99, which is I wrote it down, I didn't do the maths on this, 38% saving in the price of a box of 24 packets, which gives you an extra £21.77 to spend on something else or save. But what you can get, I thought, what can you get for £21.77 Nurturing by Nature? You can buy, that gives you 5 bags of frozen sprats. That would take a long time to get through. 5 bags of frozen sprats. 5 kilos of frozen sprats. It would give you 7 bags of our small dried meat, the puppy dried meat, or it could get you 2 Kong toys, give or take, and some treats as well.
It
So-
get you three of Paul's treat bags, won't it, as well?
3 of Paul's treat bags, yeah.
Depends on how good your maths is.
Yeah.
But, So, hey, brilliant.
Cool. Right, SP next Thursday.
SP? What
SP
does
there.
SP stand for?
So we do local deliveries for any order over £10. We don't charge you for delivery, and once a month we pop out to the SP area, which is huge.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, and it runs all the way from SP1 through to,
Oh, don't
I
test.
don't know. It goes all the way over.
Andover's SP10, I think. Is it
Yeah.
SP11?
So we get
Where's
quite.
SP5?
I don't know. You're the SP pass from years ago.
That's the forest.
So
SP1?
basically, is that Salisbury?
Central Salisbury.
SP2.
Yeah.
So, anyway, SP areas, I think you get the gist. We do a free delivery round, so any order over £10 we deliver for free in the SP area. So, we do our free deliveries online anyway, so over £50. But if you need a smaller order, or if you want your boxes collected, then you can let us know and we will come out to you.
So this originally started a while back now when my dad was still doing the delivery rounds, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And the idea behind this is that if you've got a chest freezer and you want to fill it up, we do have limitations on the courier service that we use. It's got the cost, and this was a great way to fill up people's chest freezers with a bulk order. Some people have got kennels, some people are breeders, and this was a great way of being able to deliver large volumes of product to the customers that are in that space. So the absolute sweet spot is for customers that want to buy one selection pack at $34.99, because that is going to get you free delivery.
Yeah.
So that saves that's the sweet spot. One selection pack.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. So I feed raw because. Why would you feed raw?
It's quite interesting to try and get the cat to feed to feed raw?
Yes, the cat.
It's always good fun.
He has update on Fudge actually. He has decided that we are nice people and he wants to be with us. Apart from this morning, he didn't come in, and he's now sporting a rather fetching purple collar.
I don't think he knows it's purple.
No.
He quite likes purple.
Well,
But
Rowan liked it,
yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
so he's now got a collar on and he's got our phone numbers on it. So hopefully, if anyone needs to contact us about him, then they can get in touch. But I'm very pleased to see him home, and he seems to be quite enjoying the sofa.
He loves the sofa.
And he has a few friends as well at the moment, which we're going to tackle at the weekend. Small, jumpy, bouncy, flea friends.
Yeah, of a flea circus. Used to think they were real.
So that's it really. That's it from us.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, everyone's listened to us waffle on for 20 minutes this time. So, to be honest, unless you have got some extras you want to add.
The website feedback we've had from customers this week is that the website's really easy to use.
Yes.
So that's really positive. We're continuously making updates to the website, so if you would like us to make any changes, then that's cool. There is an absolutely fantastic article that's been written by Phil here at Nurturing by Nature, and that's all to do with our packaging. And I don't think it's it, because this article is brilliant. So has that article gone out?
Yeah, it's
Been
live.
emailed out to our database?
No, it'll be emailed on Sunday.
Okay. So look out for that on Sunday.
It's all about the polystyrene. So this is, love it or hate it, polystyrene is a really good product. One of the things we had the most back on when we asked for your feedback was about this. Can we please use an alternative to this? So we have looked into it, and we're continuing to look into it. It may be an option we can offer, but it will be an added cost, so you can choose to have it or not. And the good thing about this stuff is that it is 100% recycled.
Yeah.
There's a
totally.
really good analogy on that post about it. It's a lot. This is called EPS, expanded polystyrene, and these are our polybox storage containers that we send out all of our orders in. Now we collect these too, so you don't. We do get them back on our local delivery rounds, so we recycle and we use them as much as we can. So basically, this product is very similar. I'm going to read it, to a party balloon. So if you can have a balloon in your head, this part, because what you see when you look at a piece of EPS or a balloon is only the 2% of what makes up the item's final shape. The 98% of the object that you do not see is thin air. So this is puffed up, and it's really effective at keeping our products cold. So we are using it, but we are looking at other products for you to choose to have as an alternative eventually.
Yeah. So this research has come direct from the suppliers.
Yep.
And directly from the manufacturers as well, isn't it? Of the other product packaging that's on there as well.
Yeah.
So
Talk about the sleeves that everything comes in as well, which is the OPP packaging sleeves, the little crunchy, crackly sleeves that all of our products get put into.
yeah, top tip with those is to open them when they're frozen,
Open them frozen,
and
defrost your product in a Tupperware type box. Tupperware doesn't even exist anymore, but clip lock box. We've even got them on the website that fit the actual packet. So it's called a baker box, or it's a clip lock box that's on our website, and that fits our packages perfectly. So you take it out of the plastic. That can be recycled also. Most supermarkets now recycle that.
Yeah.
So when you take it out frozen, it comes out clean, so it won't be smelly, so you don't get smelly flies in the bin. And then you can put it into this tub, put it in the fridge, keeps the lid on it, and it's, yeah.
the other good thing is that you can do with that packaging is you could put it into one of those Ziploc sandwich bags and just put it into the freezer. That's a great way. That doesn't take up any space.
Nope.
Our freezer's got a little pocket on the door, so you can just put it in there, and then when you're ready to go to the supermarket, just put them into the recycling bin at the supermarket. So yeah, fascinating. So Phil done it. It's a great article, really worth a read.
I'll send it all out on Sunday anyway.
And the background to that article has actually come from the manufacturers of the products that we're using. Okay, so this box is coming home with us for the barbecue at the weekend.
Cool.
Right. So yeah, that was really good. I did have something else, but I've forgotten what it was about. Sorry.
Save it for next week.
Save it for next week.
You can endure it again next week, maybe, guys.
It's not that bad, is it?
I don't know. Thank you
Maybe.
so much.
Right. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the bank holiday.